So I'm going to skip completely over the news of Amy Winehouse dying because don't give a shit, and I'm going to go straight to the shooting that happened in Norway because that's quite frankly 100 billion times more interesting than Amy Winehouse fucking dying, which was inevitable anyway. Um, it's unfortunate because like the media, especially in North America, is probably going to focus more on Amy Winehouse dying, you know, of probably very preventable causes, rather than, you know, some crazy bastard in Norway going apeshit and blowing up things and shooting 85 people, which is, of course, 100 billion times more interesting to me because I am very, very intrigued by this kind of stuff. And when I say that I get really deeply involved with killing sprees and stuff like that, I really mean that I get really intrigued by them to the point where I put myself in both positions as a victim and as the perpetrator, because I think I'm very capable of, you know, assuming both of those roles at some point under the right circumstances. And you know, Virginia Tech and stuff like that always intrigued me, and the Columbine shooting was a big one for a while. I guess you could say I'm just interested in death in general because I like to go on 4chan every once in a while, and I go on GIF. And occasionally there's things called gore threads, and there's all these GIFs of just different people dying, and that's really intriguing to me. I'm not quite sure why. I am fascinated by death, I guess. And just knowing that this one guy shot and killed 85 separate people, that is flabbergasting to me. That's just overwhelming to my brain. You know, like, how can one guy just, you know, mercilessly and unbiasedly just take 85 lives like that? Another thing, this is kind of off topic how serious this is, but I mean, what kind of shot does this guy have? I mean, apparently he was dressed as a police officer, like he was impersonating a police officer, went to the island and told everybody to calm down because there was an explosion, gathered a lot of people up, and just started opening fire. Now, if the police officers in Norway are like the police officers in Canada or North America, then they're really only equipped with a pistol. Now, if this guy had a semi-automatic rifle on him while he was rounding up people, I don't think people would have followed him. So this guy must have just had a pistol on him, and he managed to kill 85 people with a pistol round, or with, you know, just with pistol rounds. And that's really crazy because, like, the Columbine shooting, you know, Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold both had semi-automatic rifles on them, I do believe. That, you know, you could see, you know, 35 people dying to a semi-automatic rifle. Okay, that's perfectly, you know, within the range of what that piece of equipment was meant for. But a pistol? Whenever I'm not, like, playing games or reading about things, or, you know, just reading books, or talking with people, or doing, you know, just normal shit that I do, I always find myself just frequenting death gifs, reading about Virginia Tech, reading about Columbine, reading about spree killing, things like that. And I'm very interested just with killers in general because I don't have it in me to kill anything. You know, I've thought, I always have it in my head though, that's the thing, like I always have it in my head that I could theoretically kill so many people, so many things, I could just destroy, but I don't do it. And these people chose to not listen to the voice in their head that tells them not to do it, and they just do it. And that's very interesting to me. I always, you know, look at videos about Charles Manson and, you know, listening to his reasoning behind things and his crazy things. And I read a little while ago about Al Bundy. You know, like, for some reason, just killers interest me so much. I think it was mostly my sister's fault because she used to watch murder mystery shit all the time, and there was a show called Cold Case Files that she used to watch all the time, and I used to watch it occasionally as well. So I'm just, you know, I'm very fascinated by this kind of stuff, and I don't know why, but I know I'm not the only one, which is the good thing. I know there's a lot of people out there who would, you know, completely skip over the Amy Winehouse bullshit like I did, and I just went straight to Norway and, you know, read up on this kind of stuff. Anyways, I just wanted to be trendy for once because, you know, I never talk about the current affairs in the world, but I did today because this is actually really, really interesting to me. Not Amy Winehouse. I don't give a fuck about Amy Winehouse one bit. But yeah, have a good day, everybody.